Okay, I think we're good. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 and thank you, thank you, thank you. Just going to be in here really quick this morning, 6:30 a.m. Pacific on a Monday, the last day of the month, the last day of September. Enjoy it. Beautiful fall weather out here on the West Coast this weekend. We'll talk about the weather a little more in depth in another specific area of the country. This is Matthew. This is MattTv, Facebook Live. Kim, welcome to the broadcast. It's just half a dozen topics. 6 topics that I'm going to talk about. I'm probably going to fly through them really quickly, so you can leave your comments as you're watching live, or if you're watching at a later date, just throw your comments in here. Just going to be real quick this morning, but how I like to start the broadcast off is telling you a little bit about the weather. Beautiful sunshine, like I said, just fall-like weather all weekend long. Beautiful Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The weather's going to be nice again today, nice tomorrow. Sunshine today, 14 degrees. Which I think is pretty similar to the forecast back in the Woodstock area. I think they're also looking for sunshine today and around 14 degrees. Clouds rolling in tomorrow. We're going to have another nice day tomorrow, and then the rain moves in here on Wednesday and Thursday. Weather in Pittsburgh right now, 19 degrees and rain. I'll tell you why that forecast may play into something that's happening later today in Pittsburgh. And before I forget, who is doing the morning show on CJ Radio in Woodstock, New Brunswick? Who's the morning on-air personality at the radio station? CJ. Okay, let's get right to it. Just 6 topics I'm going to talk about. Feel free to leave comments if you so choose. I was in here on Saturday, and I was talking about what to me was a historic catch in a football game between the Saskatchewan Roughriders and the Toronto Argonauts. One of the players for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, Manny Arsenault, was a longtime member of the BC Lions. Played for the BC Lions for a long, long time. He's now with the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And he was looking for his first catch. He needed his first catch as a Rough Rider, and he picked it up on this Friday night game in Toronto. A touchdown reception was his first catch as a Rough Rider. As a touchdown. It was pretty cool to see. Another magnificent catch by S.J. Green, but that's from a previous show. If you want to check it out, you'll have to go back to Saturday. Another historic moment that I witnessed yesterday, and I have to tell you, I don't watch a lot of NFL football. I will watch a Seahawks game, but I won't just watch football for the sake of football being on. But I did happen to see, and the reason I was watching this game yesterday, because it was the Arizona Cardinals hosting the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks won the game, by the way, so if you PVR'd it or recorded it, I've just ruined it. But the historic moment in that game yesterday came late in the fourth quarter. Cardinals player Larry Fitzgerald is now second in the all-time reception list. He falls behind number 1, Jerry Rice. Yesterday, Larry Fitzgerald picked up his 1,326 reception, moves him into second place. Jerry Rice was on the sideline and congratulated him because he just surpassed. He was sharing second place. He now sits alone at second place. Jerry Rice, first place all-time reception leader with 1,549. So it was just really cool to witness that. Like I said, when it comes to sports, I appreciate the athleticism of the sport. It doesn't matter even if you're watching ping pong. Have you ever seen ping pong? Ping pong has come a long way since our days at junior high. Yes, Lori Crawley, welcome to the broadcast. Angie, hello. So that was really cool just to see that historic moment. Larry Fitzgerald going to number 2 on the all-time reception category, 1,326. Jerry Rice, 1,549. Getting back to why I was talking about the rain and 19 degrees. Currently, according to AccuWeather in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's the home of tonight's Monday Night Football game. Pittsburgh is hosting Cincinnati. So they're getting rain and 19 degrees there right now, but later tonight, 8 o'clock, when it's about kickoff time in Pittsburgh, it's going to be 24 and beautiful. So it's actually going to warm up considerably by like 5 degrees as the day goes along. So Monday Night Football, Cincinnati in Pittsburgh without their star quarterback Ben Roethlisberger, who is, I believe, done for the season. He's done for the season. Pretty crazy weekend for weather in the prairies in the Alberta area. Doing a show on Saturday. Donica Clark was in here sending me pictures of the situation, the snow in her area of Alberta. So I just wrote down some numbers from the Weather Network. Just looking at some of the different numbers in the prairies in Alberta. One area received over 80 centimeters of snow. There were 170 non-injury collisions. There was one accident that involved 16 vehicles. The airport, flight cancellations and delays, branches snapping off and causing damage. Just a lot of chaotic. I don't know, were they prepared for it? Would that amount of snow, would that not have been somewhere in the forecast? Like, this is what you can expect tomorrow morning at this time. So if you have to go to work tomorrow, you might want to rethink it. I don't know. Was it just like a surprise storm? Did it catch the meteorologist off guard? I don't know. But if you're in an area where you have beautiful fall colors, foliage is turning, feel free to put those pictures up in ye old comment section. Una, welcome to the broadcast. So just talking politically just for a couple of seconds, the NDP, I read this yesterday, the federal NDP party, if they are elected to run Canada, we're all making that decision, we're all voting here in less than a month, they are pledging $100 million over the next 5 years to combat gang violence. So they want to invest in sports programs, after school programs, and what was the other thing they wanted to... after school programs, sports, and just different programs to steer kids away from gang violence. And I just thought I would give you some numbers. Homicides due to gang-related homicides, 82 in 2014. It has increased dramatically, and these are just Canadian numbers. 157 gang-related homicides in 2018, so just last year. So the numbers are going up. So who are you voting for, and what are you basing your vote on? Of course, those are probably private things that you're going to keep to yourself. You're not going to tell everyone who you're voting for. But if you so want to or choose, just put it up here in the comment section. I'm undecided. I have an idea of the party that I'm leaning towards. I have an idea. I love this time of year, and I'm just going to be in here for a couple more seconds because I got to go to work. Baseball season. I'm really looking forward to this series, and I'm so happy that the St. Louis Cardinals, which is the only Major League ball team that I've ever owned, that's my team. That's my team. I've never had a second team. It's always been the St. Louis Cardinals, and I'm excited that they're going to be playing the Atlanta Braves when their series begins. The Road to the World Series begins Thursday for the Cardinals and the Braves. When they met this season, the Braves actually won 4 of the 6 games. So the Cardinals have a road ahead of them. Okay, Simon, welcome to the broadcast. And this is something that you can check out. Time for women to care. Hey, I totally agree, Kim. I totally agree. And I've said this not just here on the show, but just in general. The world, I think, would be... I know the world would be a much better place if women ran more of the things that need to be run properly. Yes. Yeah. I totally get the thumbs up from me on that comment. Yes. Okay, so this is how I want to end this. And by the way, my name is Matthew. This is MattTv Facebook Live. Just one other thing before I mention this. Well, let's get right to this. Again, just notes. When you're on Google, today when you go to Google, the image that you're looking at, I just want to give you some background, and you can Google it. It's a tribute. So when you go to Google today, the image that you're looking at, it's a tribute to Harry Jerome, Saskatchewan-born runner, 3-time Olympian, world record setter. And you can learn more about that on Google because that's where Harry Jerome is hanging out today. And you can also read about how Google Canada, more about their selection process or process. How do you say it? Process or process? It depends on what side of the border you're on, if it's process or process. Anyway, okay, that's all I got. That's all I have. But I do want to end just on a sad note. On this weekend, our class of 1991, Woodstock, New Brunswick, we lost a classmate this weekend. Jason Milley was tragically killed in a motorcycle accident, and I apologize if you're hearing this for the first time, but the funeral announcement is up on Facebook. So I just want to send out my sincerest condolences to Sarah who has children with Jason, and just everyone that's been affected by this devastating tragedy. So rest in peace, Jason Milley, and we're keeping everyone in our thoughts. Yes, in our thoughts. Just send out good, healing vibes. That's going to do it for me. I got to go to work. Thanks for hanging out on this Monday. I'll be back in here Wednesday. I'll be back in here on Friday, 6:30 a.m. Pacific. Have yourself a great Monday. Enjoy this last day of September 2019. My name is Matthew. This is MattTV. Now and always, from sea to sea.